what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Winner Circle podcast. My name is Gabe, and today I'm joined by Danny and Omar. You guys want to introduce yourselves real quick?
Danny, you can go first.
Yes, sir. Daniel Cabrera, coming at you live from LA. 6,000 miles away, but we here.
Omar?
What's up, guys? My name is Omar. Maybe some of you guys might have seen me on the podcast a few times already in some previous episodes. I have a YouTube channel called Simply Car Things. I do a lot of BMW and sports car related content, so happy to be here again.
Well, this will be the first time they actually see you on this channel because we're actually doing a video podcast now.
That's true.
So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this format a little better than just the audio and the pictures or the black screen. And then hopefully we can get the video onto Spotify as well. That'd be nice, but I don't know exactly how to do that just yet. We'll see after the podcast. If you guys are watching the video on Spotify, obviously it worked, but if not, still got to work out some kinks and figure it out. But today's podcast, we want to talk about Danny's trip here in Brazil. Danny came to visit me a couple weeks back. You've had a pretty busy couple weeks, huh? You just got back from Hawaii just today or yesterday?
Yesterday, man. Yeah, it's been crazy.
So,
whole month.
Yeah, just 2 weeks ago was with me for 5 days, and then flew back. Was there for about a week, and then flew to Hawaii for the holidays with your mom. And I saw the videos and pictures. Looked like you had a good time, yeah?
100%, man. It was a great time.
Dope. Well,
can't complain when you're in paradise.
That's true. How was the weather over there?
Oh, dude, it's lovely. I mean, half of our vacation, it was nice and sunny, but the other half was fucking straight rain. It was a monsoon, dude. It was actually pretty bad.
Okay.
But, yeah, man, you just make the best of it.
True. So, let's get into it then. Let's dive right into Brazil. So I want to talk about everything: costs, expenses while you were here. Obviously, we'll get into the racing aspect, the motorsport culture that you experienced while you were here in Brazil, and then just talk about everything from A to Z, basically, starting from you buying your plane ticket all the way to you having some issues with your flight on the way home.
Yeah, man. Starting off, I mean, we flew during the holiday season, so it's pretty much, I think, the hottest season to go out there, and comparing tickets on off season to December when we went, dude, I definitely, overpaid by maybe 50-60%, but overall the flight over there was not too bad. I mean, I took the long route. My whole flying time was roughly, I want to say, almost 16 hours, man. I had to go to JFK from LAX to JFK, and then JFK to Guarulhos. I don't know how you pronounce that in Brazil. Yeah. So, man, it was just a super long flight, but, I mean, I've done my fair share of traveling, so I'm pretty used to it. It's not too bad. Arriving there, though, I mean, dude, it's amazing, man. Once I'm there, I was just like, wow, I'm actually here in Brazil.
Yeah.
So...
fun fact.
Yeah, man.
Fun fact about Guarulhos is that is the airport that Senna's body flew into from Imola, from Italy, when he passed away. It was escorted by Brazilian Air Force jets and landed in Guarulhos. So that's why basically the entire... He was from the state of Sao Paulo, so this whole state is just like heavy repping Senna. So anywhere you go, your chances are you're going to see some graffiti, some artwork, some statue, some type of memorial for Senna. So yeah,
every other street and like tunnel was named after Senna. I remember seeing that just on the Uber ride to your place, to your high-rise luxury place, But yeah, man. I mean, just even starting off with the Ubers, man. The Ubers were, dude, it was like pennies on a dollar, man. Like, from the airport to your place, I want to say it was like a 40, 45 minute
Yeah.
drive.
Yep.
And like, 45 minutes in LA, it's gonna run you like almost $100.
Yeah.
Out there, dude, I think what was it? What was it, like $20, including tip or something like that?
Yeah. 20
Holy
bucks
crap!
for the Uber Black.
Yeah,
That's dirt cheap.
Uber
What
Black,
the
Uber
hell?
Black.
right?
Bro.
That is dirt cheap.
Yeah. No, it's dirt cheap. The currency exchange rate right now is $5.68 to one. Sorry, five
Oh,
real.
reals?
Yeah.
Okay.
$1 is 5.68 Rios. So yeah, it's fucking insane. The bargain we get with the dollar here.
Damn. Seems like your dollar goes a long way out there.
Yeah, most Ubers are like $2 or $3. That's about it, and it'll say like 20 Rios, and so you're thinking like something close to, especially if you're not familiar like Danny, you're probably thinking something close to that price, and then you check your bank statement after a week of using Uber all week, and you've only used fucking $50 worth of Ubers. So it's not
That's gotta
bad.
be nice.
That's why I don't have a car out here. That's why I
That's
don't have
nice.
a need or a want for a car. It's just like I'll just take fucking Uber everywhere. It's nothing. But Danny was tripping over
Yeah.
tipping the Uber drivers 5 fucking Rios, man. Damn, it's $1, bro. 79 cents. He couldn't
Yeah.
my dog couldn't spare this poor man 75 cents. Jeez.
Damn.
At first, it was like 3 reales, and then I was like, oh shit. When I started seeing my statement, I was like, oh okay. I mean, that's like cents. That's like 60 cents. So
Yeah.
I upped it to five reales. So
Had to
So,
splurge a little
yeah,
bit on
man.
him.
yeah. So you gotta hook them up, man. They're taking you safely, and
Yeah.
around town. I mean, after the Ubers, we got there. Even the food, man. The food was really cheap. It was really good. At least most of the places that my guy Gabe took me to. Dude, what I spent in food, well, even with the restaurants. When I went to JFK, New York, I had like a fucking, what was it, like a chicken parmesan, some mashed potatoes, and like a beer, and it was like $80.
God damn. You trying to ball out
The
of the
whole
fucking...
week, dude, that was basic ass food. I'm just saying, I'm gonna
Yeah,
compare
sure.
it to. I had like five days worth of food in Brazil, and it was still under $80. I was just like, wow.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah, man, it's crazy, man.
Yeah,
But yeah,
This is making me want to fly down there now too.
dude, you should totally fly down here. We could do so we could do the same shit that I had Danny lined up.
Oh my god, dude.
And it would cost you, what do you think the whole weekend costs you? Not including your flight ticket, because your flight ticket you're gonna
I
have
was
to
gonna
book
say
that.
that. Yeah, because my flight was like $1,200.
And that's
I mean,
not
that
normal.
was hot time.
No,
That's not normal price. I was checking. Yeah.
I just bought my flight ticket and it's $550 round trip.
Okay. Yeah. You see, that's what I was looking
Round
at. Yeah,
trip, bro.
normal. Yeah, that's not bad at all. $550, $600. Cool. But yeah, that's what I said. I paid double. But I think the whole weekend, dude, including racing and food, it must have not been over $1,000, man. Like probably, that's actually really cheap. That's even including my Airbnb, which I stayed at a really nice place.
You did.
Wow.
And for what, 6 days, 6 nights, it was what, $300?
Yeah.
It was like $290 and some change. That's unheard of, man. Like,
Yeah, that is.
yeah.
When Ale and I, when I
So-
came and
For
visit
all that
Ale,
you guys did.
Yeah, for sure. When Ale and I would come stay in Sao Paulo, when I would come visit her before I lived here, we actually stayed at the Airbnb that Danny stayed at. It's so nice. It's beautiful studio apartment, really nice view, really nice balcony. So yeah, you definitely stayed at a top-notch spot, and when we stayed there it was like $40 a night. So yeah, it's about exactly what you're saying. You paid for. What did you think about the city itself, though?
I mean, the city, it's really nice. It was definitely more nicer than I expected, I guess. to me, like I don't live too far from LA. I'm just over the hill, but it's just like another, downtown city living in a sense. It's actually really nice. Just even to talk about like the poverty aspect though, like it's either like you said, either people are really rich over there or really poor. So it was kind of like not as pleasing to see that,
Yeah.
But yeah, the ones that are doing it out there big, that's more power to them.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Real quick, touching on that subject real quick. If you guys don't know, here in Brazil, they're paying major import taxes on cars. So the way you can really know if somebody's balling out of control is if you see a new sports car, and you see a lot of them. You see a lot of Porsches, a lot of M cars out here. Brazilians love their fucking cars. For example, a G80 out here. A G80 in America is what, 85 grand plus options. A G80 out here is $180,000 car. So that's the conversion rate, $180,000 car. And in the U.S., $180,000 car is what, a fucking almost an RS, a .2 RS, or a
ridiculous.
.1. So
yeah, I mean that's easily a .1 RS, 180K.
yeah,
Like that's supercar money.
yeah, exactly.
Sure.
Wow. And you see that shit, and okay, that guy's got some serious money, or that chick's got some serious money. And then you look across the street, and then there's a mom that's homeless, and she's got her kids playing with her in the street, not on the street, but like on the sidewalk. And it's fucking crazy because when I think about homeless people in the U.S., usually when somebody goes homeless and they have kids, the government usually takes the kids in order to help them, live a safe and healthy lifestyle, go to school, all that shit here, all the shit in the U.S. that we'd expect. But in Brazil, I've seen, like, it looks like a fucking village in some of these parks of just homeless people and their kids also homeless, running around in underwear all fucking day when they could be at school or something. It's just sad. It's really sad to see, but that's a social and economic problem here in Brazil, which, that's not what we're here to cover. But yeah, just wanted to speak a little bit on that.
Yeah.
And the gaps of the rich and the poor is just so much more extreme here than in the U.S. We're blessed. We're blessed in the U.S. for sure. But yeah.
Yeah, I think it's like that in some other countries as well. Like a lot of my personal, like, immediate family actually went to Turkey and Greece just a few months ago.
Yeah.
And they were telling me very similar things. Like, there isn't much of like a middle class, I guess you could say. Just a lot of either you're kind of in that poverty area or you're just very wealthy and you're very well off in the country. And unfortunately, like, if you're somebody that has been born and raised in that country, there's not a lot of opportunity. But, us being outsiders from a country like the U.S., obviously our money, our currency can go such a long way.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a lot different, being a U.S. citizen going into that country. Like, I'm sure it's the same way in Brazil.
Yeah, exactly. It's obviously not just a Brazil thing. It's pretty much any country is really like this, except for some of these, like the U.S. or I don't even know what else. The U.K. maybe is not like that, But I mean, there's a lot of countries that are really poor, and there's a big discrepancy between rich and poor. But yeah. So Danny, your first day, get back on topic. Your first day, you flew in. We drove back to my place, right? You couldn't check into your Airbnb just yet. And then we went to go have pão de queijo. You had it at one of the staple spots. It's kind of like they have Starbucks here, but it's like another Starbucks here for breakfast. What do you think about it?
Well, I've had pão de queijo before, so I've just actually having it from where it's made, in Brazil. Yeah. It's super bomb, dude. It made me appreciate it that much more. So Yeah, man, that's just pan de queso and your espresso in the morning. That's just, I guess it's kind of a traditional breakfast out there, huh?
Yeah, I mean that's what Ale eats every morning. That's what she drinks every morning. That's just kind of how they roll here. Is just literally a cheese bread. Pan de queso is literally just a cheese bread. It's a piece of bread with cheese in the middle, and that's it. It's like a what do they call those? A mini donut,
Mm,
like that, but
The
with cheese
donut bite
inside.
type of thing.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
obviously the texture is not the bread is not a donut style. It's more of like a flour, I guess. I don't know. But it's really good. It'll get you fucking overweight fast as fuck, that's for sure. But
Oh, dude, I don't even want to talk about how much weight I gained over this past month, dude.
oh yeah, you've been
Shit.
eating out every day.
Ah,
Uh,
dude, yeah, man.
so we ate breakfast, and then we were driving home, right? We were driving home when I called Dante. I was messaging him actually, and I was like, "Hey, how's it going? I'm excited. We're ready to go. Danny just flew in today." And we're both thinking that we don't start racing until tomorrow. And which was good because you had just flown in, tired as fuck, I'm sure. And he's like, yeah, yeah, be there at 4 o'clock, 4 p.m. And I'm like, tomorrow, right? No, 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 today. Today at 4 p.m. we start practice. I'm like, what the fuck? I look over at Danny. I'm like, bro, we're racing today. Like, we're starting today. The weekend starts in literally like 6 fucking hours. And, like, obviously, adrenaline starts running. We start getting super excited. And, Danny, explain to me how that went down for you.
Dude, I mean, I was looking forward to taking a nap and, thinking with, Brazilian time and, just relaxing a little bit. And then next thing we know, we're in an Uber and he's like, no, we got like 4 hours before we got to be at Interlagos. And I'm just like, what the hell, dude?
Yeah.
So, like, I haven't even checked into my place. I'm still all musty from the plane ride. And then, yeah, dude, we just fucking crunched up. And then I was like, all right, man, it starts now. So I really had no time to prepare for it, not even mentally. It was just like, just roll with the punches. Let's do it,
Literally
I,
off the fucking
yeah.
plane later that day racing. Well, thankfully it wasn't racing we were doing the first day. We had practice our first day. So we went back to my place, charged the GoPros, took like a little cat nap. Did you even go to sleep?
Yeah, it took 30 minutes. I think that was it. And then your ass woke me up. And I was just like, damn. But 30 minutes is plenty, honestly. Just enough to, like, rest the mind, relax a little bit. And because I was still kind of jet lagged, honestly. As much as I tried sleeping on a plane, you know how uncomfortable it is.
Yeah. It's
Try
very
sleeping
terrible.
on a small plane where you can't even lie down. I mean, I fly regular class. I don't know about you.
No, I
But
fly regular too. Calm down. Last name's not Chin. Last name's not Chin.
oh,
Jason
man.
Shin, where you at, dog?
For real.
He said he got the booster shot. He's not feeling good right now, so he's probably still
Oh,
asleep.
yeah. Probably taking a nap or something.
Yeah, that's what he said he was doing. It's all right. So we take our nap. We get ready to go. Before we go, we were kind of hungry, but we couldn't really stop at any like quality Brazilian spots that I know about here because we were just on a short time fuse. But we ended up going to a burger spot right next to my place. Pretty good burger. Danny, what do you think?
It was good. It was good. Their fries and everything was on point. Customer service was good. You know me, I'm a food critic. I'm in the food and beverage industry. So yeah, I could have used a little salt, but other than that, dude, it was good. It was fantastic. Can't complain.
I agree with you. It actually can use a little salt. I feel like a lot of these restaurants out here are lacking a little bit of not necessarily flavor, but just they just need a little bit of more seasoning. Honestly, that's it, and they'll be straight. But yeah, that spot's called Bulgur, spelled Bullguer. I don't know where they got that name from, but yeah, pretty cool. Good spot. So after that, we took our Uber down to Interlagos. We had to be there by 4. think we showed up a little bit before that. And that weekend at Interlagos, they were running stock car. So if you guys don't know, which I'm sure the majority, probably 99% of people in the U.S. watching this do not know about stock car here in Brazil. Stock car is not like NASCAR. Stock car out here is a touring championship. It's the most premier racing league in Brazil, except for F1. Obviously, F1 comes to Interlagos to race, but other than that, it's stock car and then Porsche Cup Brazil. Those are the next two biggest race leagues. And just to give you perspective on racing here in Brazil, racing, soccer, and fighting, those are the three biggest sports in Brazil. So in the U.S., we have the big three: football, baseball, basketball, right? And we get to watch those year-round, not necessarily each sport year-round, but each sport has their own season, and we just kind of rotate through those three. Here in Brazil, it's literally religiously soccer on Saturdays and Sundays, racing on Saturdays and Sunday mornings, and obviously they have the UFC and a couple other fighting leagues and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu leagues, but it's all televised. Like for example, we have the Super Bowl on NBC or CBS or whatever it is. And it's on like the local networks. Well, here racing is on the local networks. So Porsche Cup here in Brazil every Saturday or every Sunday, back-to-back races, whatever it may be, it's always on TV. So they're really fucking passionate about the stuff, and it's really big. They even broadcast like karting championships as well too. So stock car was really big, or is really big. They were doing it the same weekend as us racing, so we basically got free tickets to the show, which was dope as fuck. We got our own lanyards just saying, like, hey, these guys can enter these areas because they're drivers. So pretty much like a VIP pass, but just because we were drivers, we got to do all this stuff. And so what did you think walking through those gates at Interlagos?
Man, just hearing the engines roar was just like the first sign of, just spine tingling sensation. And yeah, man, it was just like the holy grounds of racing, really. That if who Senna is, that's Senna's home, man.
Yeah.
Man, just walking through those gates, going through the paddock, and just seeing just the racing, like the fans and everything that revolves around it to get it ready. It was just pretty cool because we were behind the scenes. And to me, dude, it was just like I was living kind of like a little surreal movie because I had literally just landed 5 hours ago, and now I'm at Interlagos. So I didn't really have all that time to take it all in until like the second and third day we were there, But yeah, it was great, man.
I mean, it sounds like you already said that when you landed in Brazil, it was kind of hard to believe that you were in Brazil. And then legit 5 hours later, now you're not only in Brazil, but you're at Interlagos, standing next to the Senna portrait on the side of the wall. Like that seems pretty legit. That probably does seem like a fucking dream, honestly.
Yeah, it really was, man. It was especially my first time there, So yeah, it's always going to be like that the first time.
Of course. What did you think about the facility? You've been to a lot of different racetracks. You've been to the Nürburgring. You've been to Laguna Seca. You've been to Sonoma. You've been to Vegas. I mean, every track in California, pretty much we've been to, and you've been international now on multiple occasions. Where does Interlagos rank amongst those tracks that you've been to?
Man, Interlagos. I mean, despite its age, I could say it's aged very well, and they've done a lot of upkeep to it, and obviously maybe that has to do a lot because it's an F1 track. But yeah, dude, it was the scenery around there, like so much green landscape. You get like the city views, like the buildings, and then I don't know, it's just like a weird combination of everything that you don't really get at any other track. Every other one. Most tracks in the U.S. or even the other ones that I've gone to, like the Nürburgring, they're tucked away like in the forest or, in some empty land. Laguna Seca is like a dried up lake, obviously goes name. But dude, Interlagos, you just can't really beat the views. Like it's amazing, man.
Yeah, it's in the middle of Interlagos. Interlagos is a district in Sao Paulo, the city of Sao Paulo. It's pretty poverty stricken, but at the same time, I mean, it's a pretty big city. All of Sao Paulo is really big, so like you said, it's definitely very different from anything in California, any track really in the U.S. that I've been to, based off the fact that people live there. People legit live right across the street from the racetrack and have to deal with the sound, and they don't complain. They understand that. They understand how historic I think Interlagos really is. It's the oldest F1 track on the calendar still, and I mean it hasn't really changed much, and it's beautiful, like you said. The greenery on the track, the city views, the paint on the curbs, the paint on the track, the surface of the track's very smooth. I mean, yeah, dude, it's amazing. It's truly. I don't know about you, but I know you. Like I said, you've been to many tracks internationally, but for me, this just shits on every single American track, even Laguna Seca, which I love Laguna Seca. I love Laguna Seca.
Yeah, 100%, man. As a facility, it's really great. I mean, even we've been to a lot of the top ones, like even Sonoma. I think that was one of the cooler tracks that we've been to
Yeah, for sure.
out in the U.S. and obviously Laguna as well. But yeah, man, nothing can really. Maybe the Nürburgring. Once you go to the Nürburgring, it's just like a whole another ball game because it's just humongous. But
Yeah,
and then like all the hotels and everything that are on the track, and it's just like a crazy facility. But as a just a normal, because the Nürburgring is like I don't even know if that's a track. It's like a whole like amusement park.
yeah, I
This
bet.
like as an actual track, just dude, I still can't even believe that I tracked on Interlagos. So I'm still even taking that in.
So getting to the point where we're actually tracking Interlagos. Before we got on track, we got to watch the stock cars practice. We got to see Felipe Mazza, if you guys don't know him, F1 driver for a few years for Ferrari. Got very close to winning a championship against Lewis Hamilton. That's when Lewis Hamilton won I think his first championship when he made a last corner pass on. I forget his name. Dude's car broke down basically on the last corner. Lewis Hamilton was able to get by him to clinch the championship. And then we saw Tony Kanaan. Tony Kanaan is a Indy 500 winner, Daytona 24-hour winner, IndyCar driver for God knows how long. Basically, the two motorsport legends we got to see. Not only 10 yards from us driving in their pits, getting ready to go, and I thought that was super dope. But what did you think about the cars that we got to drive? Give me the whole breakdown.
I mean, obviously
Describe it.
compared to the cars that we've
Oh, of course.
driven, Let's
Describe.
start off with the basics. I mean, we
Yeah,
drove
exactly.
a 2000 early 2000 model Chevy Celta. It's an inline four, I
Yeah,
think.
four banger.
1 point something liters, less than 2 liters,
1.6.
maybe.
Yeah, 1.6 liter.
Well, 1.6 liter inline, inline four, 5-speed manual. I mean, dude, the little car, it actually surprised me, for being what it was. It was just, I mean, it obviously didn't have that much power, but it was definitely a momentum car. I'm used to driving rear wheel drive cars. We've driven mid engine, rear engine, front engine, and then this is my first time driving a front wheel drive car. So that was a completely different shift in perspective and just the dynamic of driving that car. It was just like, boom, I have to learn something else on the spot and on the go, So,
Yep.
I mean, I was surprised, man. The backfires on those cars, banging the gears on them.
Yeah.
It had a super lightweight flywheel. The clutch, like everything, just engaging it. It was really good, man. It was fun.
Describe the interior.
Strip spec, not much in it. It did have a really tiny, thin cage like Toby from
Yeah.
RSI would call it, toothpicks. But it did the job. It held the harnesses in place, and
It saved a
you know,
life too.
it,
It saved a few lives. If you guys haven't seen,
it
if you guys haven't seen my vlog videos, track vlog videos from that past weekend, please go check them out. They're going to be on my YouTube channel, and if you're watching on Spotify, yeah, go ahead and head over there. But there was a very gnarly accident that we'll cover in a bit, but the video of the accident is in the videos, so I highly suggest you guys go check it out. But carry on, Danny.
Yeah, man. And then, that day was what the practice. We did qualifying day one, right? Was it
No,
qualifying or
no,
was it was
solely
just practice?
practices, two practices, one during like dusk time and then one at night.
Yeah, man. So I mean, my first time driving that track, and then I drove it in nightfall. So it was just like a combination of all these things, and I just went with it, man. I knew it was my first time, so I wasn't gonna have such the best time, but I was gonna progress as I went, and just went with it. I knew that all these drivers, I was definitely at a disadvantage because most of those drivers, I would say their middle name is Senna
Yeah.
because I don't know, they're Brazilian and they just drive. And then there's that Senna quote that if there's a gap and you don't go for it, you're no longer racing.
Yeah.
And dude, when I went out there, I felt like I was getting pumped, man. Like left and right, dude. I was just getting tossed around the track. But yeah,
Brazilian
man,
drivers are a
it just
different
took me a
fucking
little bit.
breed.
Yeah, it just took me a little while to get comfortable with the car, and then once I went out there and just the first day obviously wasn't the best, but second and third day I was able to lay down some okay.
Yeah, you did. We'll get there. We'll get there. But first practice, how'd that go down? Because that shit did not last very long.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I thought it cut off. Yeah, man. First practice, man. I don't know what the hell they were thinking, but dude, they mixed. Think about 100 horsepower little car, and then you got like these prototype cars on the same track at the same time.
Yeah.
It didn't make any sense to me.
No.
And obviously, yeah, dude, I got dive bombed so many times, and it was just sketchy as fuck. And then, dude, they flagged it within a few laps, and then obviously, I guess they split the session.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I was just like, oh shit, what did I get myself into?
Yeah. That was a pretty bonehead move. I don't know what the guys were thinking on that, the race officials. Like Danny said, having LMP cars out there those cars are running like, mid 130s. And we're running, you were running your first day there. I think your PB the first day was a 236. So like a full minute slower than the LMP cars, like bruh. And not only that, there's 17 of our cars on track, and these LMP cars are with us. And then not only that, all the cars in between. So our cars were the slowest of the day, of the whole weekend, right? And the LMP cars at the top, and now we have all the cars and classes in between on track with us. It just wasn't smart and safe at all. They ended up red flagging the session, and they decided, okay, what we're going to do is we're going to break up the practice into two parts now. The top half of the fastest cars are going to go, and then the slower half will go on the second practice. And that operated a lot smoother, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, it did. And now that I recall, that's why we ended up doing the night, or it went from dusk practice to night, like full nightfall practice. And I was definitely not expecting that. The cars were equipped with these gnarly light bars, so
Yeah.
I mean, there was plenty of light, but obviously there's only so much that you could see, like in their field of view,
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Oh,
And then there was a guy driving
shit.
with his headlights off too at one point, right?
Yeah, I don't know if he got bumped or he bumped into somebody, but his lights turned off, and dude, like, I got dive bombed by him, and had a, had my spatial awareness not kicked in, or had I not been paying attention, I could have, probably been pit
Easily.
maneuvered by him or hit him, or I don't
Yeah,
know. It could have ended a million different ways. So I'm just
easily.
glad that I'm still here.
Speaking of pit maneuver and all that being dive bombed, made me think of the fact that these cars also didn't have ABS and no traction control. And so,
Oh yeah.
it takes time to learn the braking zones of a car to extract the most, especially when you don't have ABS. On one of our cars, it basically just depends on how good your brake pads and fluids are because you're just going to be smashing on the fucking pedal. It doesn't matter, right? These cars, you had to find that limit of, okay, it's locked up. I need to back off just slightly in order for it to get to slow down. How did that process go for you as far as learning the car's braking? Because looking at the data the first day and the second day was fucking night and day.
Yeah, so at first I was obviously like turn one. That's usually where you're carrying the most speed. That's before San Jose down a straightaway, and that's probably the heaviest braking zone. And I did lock up my brakes there once or twice. So then after that, I was just a little skeptical on using the brakes. So I started braking a little earlier, more and more, which led to slower times probably,
Yeah.
and most likely. And but yeah, so once we started finding, like, as we progressed throughout the day, I was just like, all right, cool. I started just increasing the length of where I was going to brake, and then, but yeah, day one was literally night and day. Because day two, we reviewed the data and everything, and that's like, all right, this is where you're going to brake, and then I just started trusting the car more and more, and that's all I had to do, man. I mean, just coming fresh off of a plane, day one, into a front wheel drive car, no ABS, no traction, car that's not even mine, and then
Exactly.
start driving it. It was just a bunch of factors that came into play, and I just had to cancel all that out of my head, and then just
try to
go for
adapt
it.
as fast as possible, bro. I mean, you were fucking
Yeah.
learning on the go, like the extreme fucking go. So we get done with practices. What did we do that night? We didn't get home till late as fuck. I think like 1 or 2 in the morning, right?
Yeah, we were at the track pretty late. I think we were even trying to find food that night, and it was a mission failure. But
is that the night you tried to get?
But yeah, man.
Is that the night you tried
The
to
black pepper filet mignon.
This fool Danny requested black pepper filet mignon from a Chinese food spot, right? Now, we didn't know if anybody had it, but, bro, it's fucking 1 in the morning. Everything is shut down on a Thursday at midnight here. So that was hilarious. Just thinking, like, man, this fool really asked for that shit.
Was it good at least?
No. He didn't get it. We ended up getting pizza. What do you think about the pizza? The pizza here in Brazil is way different than the U.S.
Yeah, man. It's if you guys are pizza fanatics, you may or may not like Brazilian pizza. I mean, their cheese to sauce ratio is way off. Brazilians love their cheese, and they cheese that motherfucker up.
Yeah.
And they did. It's a nice ratio of toppings and stuff. But I like my sauce, so I thought it was missing a bit more sauce.
Yeah, definitely.
It was just different, man. And then, I'm still, I eat pizza with my hands. Brazilians eat pizza with a fork and a knife.
Yep.
And they add ketchup, apparently. So, just two different worlds, man.
She's laying down over there. Let's not talk about the shit that goes on in this household with the weird ass condiments. Brazilians don't use the same condiments as us guys. That's just fucking make that clear right now. They're on some shit that you'd look at and be like, yo, what the fuck is that guy doing? But yeah. So you went back to your place. That was your first night checking in. You didn't get kidnapped. Nothing bad happened. And the next day, we didn't have to be there until like your race was at night, so we didn't have to be there till about 6, I think. Friday, what did we do, bro?
That was the day. What, the second race? Well, I decided to sleep in. Obviously, I was like, "Hey, man, we're gonna be up at X amount of time." I think like 8 a.m. I didn't wake up till like almost Well, like 11
10,
or 12.
bro. Yeah. I didn't wake up until like 9 o'clock, and yeah, your ass was still asleep when I called at 10. But me and Ale were like, you know what? He's doing his own thing. He's tired. Obviously, he's jet lagged. So, the plan was to meet up for lunch. And where did we go for lunch, dude? I'm trying to remember. Oh, we went to have acai.
Was that the first time? Oh, yeah, we went to the fruteria.
Yeah.
So, obviously, if you guys don't know, acai is a staple dish in Brazil.
For fruit, for
Right.
breakfast, lunch, dinner, dessert. They eat acai any time of day. It's the super fruit, so yeah, it goes with everything. And Brazilians are super into fitness as well. So, anytime you get a workout done, it's not uncommon for you to go ahead to get some acai.
Yes, sir.
What did you think?
Full of antioxidants.
Yep.
You say what?
What did you think about the acai here?
Oh, man, it's really good, dude. I mean, that's just having it from where it comes from in Brazil. It's just, I was happy to have it. I've actually tried it from the spot that's near my house, and it wasn't too much different from it. So I'm actually happy that I have an actual authentic one that's like,
Very
it tastes
similar.
just like Fruteria
Yeah.
Sao Paulo where we went right there. So, yeah, man, it was super good, dude. Can't complain.
Yeah, there's not really too much difference from acai spots. What I've noticed though is some seem to be a little more creamy, a little more almost like it's got more butter added to it than others. Others are more kind of like a fruit smoothie of acai. So that's the only really difference, but the taste is still the same. It's just the textures might be a little different. But so we got done there. Friday, I'm trying to think what we actually ate, and I don't think we actually ate anything too big because we went back to the house and I think we tried to take a nap again. But yeah, so we show up to the track for your race. First qualifying, had to show up for qualifying. And so originally we had planned to have you just do qualifying just to get seat time. And then I started thinking about it and I was like, dude, I don't know if that's a smart move because if you qualify, you're going to be starting dead last. And I was thinking that would mean I would have to start dead last too. So I pitched the idea, let me throw down 2 hot laps and then I'll come in and then you get the rest of the qualifying session, which was 20 minutes. And so, yeah, that's what I did. I went in, threw down a 218, came into the hot pit. Typical Danny, wasn't even ready to swap in. This man was like, this man was standing there looking at me. He didn't even know that was me. You literally did not know that was me. And I have it on video too. It's funny as fuck. And then you notice, and then you start throwing shit on as fast as possible, and then you head out. But how was qualifying for you? And then followed up with how the race went.
Well, first of all, shout out to the pit crew because they were able to do a driver change real quick,
Those guys are on point.
So
we got to give those guys much
man.
respect. That whole organization is so fucking on point.
Yeah, definitely, man. They got Gabe out and they threw my ass in the car, strapped me in, and I don't know, 30 seconds. So it took me longer to get my helmet on and everything else than to get in the car and on my way.
Real quick, the atmosphere that those guys add alone, did it also give you a sense of like I'm actually a fucking pro driver type deal?
100%, man. I mean,
they care for
you're just there as a
need.
driver. Yeah, exactly. Like you tell them what you want. They were there checking pressures, checking engines, oils, everything, man, down to the T. And if there was anything you needed, even a soft pedal or something, boom, you let them know, and they were swapping fluids on the spot.
Yep.
So, yeah, man, it was a good team overall, and I'm sure I would definitely go back with them again,
Especially for the money that we paid. I mean, you can't fucking beat racing wheel to wheel on an F1 track. Like we paid, it was $1,100 per car. So we split that up between the two of us, and that's, $550 or so, And there's no fucking way you're gonna ever get that close in the U.S. Even at fucking like the armpit tracks, you're not gonna get away with only paying $1,000 to race wheel to wheel. No way. Especially on an F1 track, you're looking at probably like 10 times that in the U.S.
If that might be more.
So.
But yeah, man, qualifying. Oh yeah, go ahead.
No, go.
No, I was just gonna say, qualifying. I went out there after Gabe laid down some hot laps, and yeah, man. After reviewing the data in the morning, I did what Gabe told me to do, and then I just kind of improved in the areas that I needed a little help, and he kind of just made it happen from there. I got really comfortable with the car by the end of that qualifying session. Obviously, I didn't set down 2:18 Gabe time, but I did shut off over 10 seconds off my time.
You went from a 236 to a 223, was it, or 225? It was over
Something
10
like
seconds.
that, man.
It was over 10 seconds,
Yeah.
And I mean, anybody who's been tracking for a long time knows. Anytime you shut off seconds, that's a big improvement. But 10 seconds? Bro, how long does it take somebody to shave off 10 seconds off their initial time at Button Willow to, however it may be? It's going to take a while, but to do it overnight, that was pretty fucking impressive, not going to lie.
Yeah, it was. I even impressed myself. It was quite the feat. But yeah, man. Like I said, I just went out there with a good mentality. I want to have fun and then just do what I do. I just didn't want to think about it too much and just went out there and performed. Obviously, I might have blew the position that Gabe ended in, but yeah, man, it was my first time ever doing any type of wheel to wheel racing. So I didn't really know what to expect. I was hesitant on passing people and then playing that game of chess of all right, I'm gonna see if he'll let me in on this corner and try to not push him off, but see if he'll move over and just find those gaps. It was just, I wasn't too, how should I say it, aware of that, or
you just don't have the
racecraft. Not ready for that. Yes, exactly. And it was my first time ever doing anything like this. So now that I got my feet wet and everything, now I know what to expect. Next time I go out there, because I'll definitely go back. And yeah, man, looking forward to it.
Yeah, obviously you get your racecraft up by, competing. That's pretty much it. Whether it be karting or doing something like this, that's really the only way you're going to really familiarize yourself with how people react, how you react when trying to make moves on people, of course. But how did your race go?
Man, where do we start, man? Yeah, man, that day, I don't even know, bro. I just had a feeling that it was going to be a little crazy, the vibe and just the pit. Before we even got in the cars with all the drivers, you could tell there was a lot of high energy in the room, and I was just man, these guys are about to let this out on the track, man. Oh man, was I right, man? Because, dude, hold on, let me backtrack a little bit. So we went out to the race steward's office, and we went to a driver's opinion. And then Gabe's over here saying, "Oh yeah, I got you. Yeah, I'm gonna translate everything they said to you in English." This motherfucker said that, yeah, they're gonna stop us and they're gonna grid us up, this and that. Dude, complete fucking opposite. I was such cap. Yeah, man. And then, dude, we went around one time. We had a safety car in the front. We went around a second time, and then the safety car's going. I'm like, all right, so are they gonna grid us on? And then I see the lights start turning off. F1 start, and I was like, oh shit, it's the rolling start. Yeah. I was not ready for that. That was wild.
I told you that because my first time there, we did a gridded start. We didn't do rolling start. So, and I had asked the guy that too. But I didn't know that he was saying that you guys are going to be actually rolling when the lights went out. I thought we were going to stop, grid up, wait for the lights to go out, and then go. So, yeah, my bad on that. But, I mean, yeah, first lap of Danny's race. Break it down to us.
Man, turn one was already chaotic as it was. I mean, cars are going 4 wide into the Senna S's. That, dude, I got sandwiched by 2 cars, so I was like 3 wide. So it was like the first time I even done a turn 3 wide, you know. So I don't really know what to expect, you know. I'm just trying to keep my position in the middle, and I'm like, oh shit, I gotta be checking both sides. We go down, we hit the back straight, dude. This is not even the first lap. Oh yeah, it is the first lap technically, and
you're like a
boom!
fucking quarter of the way through the first lap. That's it.
Yeah, dude. So all these cars everybody's going like, literally we went from like 4, you know how when you're on a freeway and then like the lanes start to merge all of a sudden, you go from like 4 lanes to 3 to like 2, you know, in a construction zone. That's kind of what happened. So the back straight, like in the front straight in the track, and then you go into the S's, it's like a certain width, you know. And then you hit the back straight, and then, dude, it just gets really narrow. And, like, these cars are still going 3 wide. And then all of a sudden, I see this other car trying to pass on the outside. He starts going, like, on the grass. And then the wall starts getting really close, man. And you can tell it's about to eat up his car. And then, boom, chaos just strikes, man. Like, I seen it all unravel in front of me, man. Like, one car hits the other car, and it was just like a domino effect. It was about 5 or 6 cars involved. And, dude, like, we're not even 1 lap into the race, and this happened. And it was just like, oh, shit. My jaw dropped, dude. It was held in by my helmet. And I was just like, man, what did I get myself into?
How fast were you guys
yeah,
going?
Man. Dude, I didn't even get a chance to look at the speed, but, I mean, we were banging it out to 5th gear already. I'm pretty sure in that little segment.
Yeah, exactly.
If not, we were like at the top of 4th, if not going into 5th when that happened. So, I mean, we were close to, I would say 90, 100 miles an hour when that happened. So it just happened so fast, man. Like
one of the most vicious wrecks I've ever seen in car. Like I said, if you guys haven't seen the video, go check it out on my vlog. It's the latest track vlog, not the karting vlog, obviously. But this dude's doors both go flying open. That car was obviously totaled. Out of the 6 cars involved, only 2 were able to return to race. The other 4 were absolutely fucking destroyed. Straight carnage. Parts everywhere on the track. And, what'd you see, Danny?
Man, it was so bad, dude. I slowed down, and I seen one car, like, it wasn't even a shape of a car anymore, dude. Like, it was, like, squeezed. Like, it was like I don't know, like a hexagon. Like, it was just weird, dude. It had no doors. So then we went around. There wasn't so much I could do, you know, so I kind of just kept it pushing. As we went around, obviously the session got red flagged, and then we had a safety car in the front, but we were still on the track. So we went around for a lap, and we drove through the accident again. And man, dude, like, this guy, like, I barely seen him moving. I think he was shocked from the accident, but, like, there was this red car that was just like, wow. I could not believe that it was still, like, in one piece, you know, even though there was pieces all over the track.
Yeah.
But,
oh my God. I'm not laughing because I think it's funny. I mean, yeah, I don't think anybody getting in a wreck is funny, but just like the description that you're giving me is fucking ridiculous. Because these Brazilian drivers are fucking nuts, bro. Like, they don't give a shit. They literally just, like you said, they all think they bear the name Senna.
I have a question. So in the event of a wreck, like what happened with you guys on your first race, who is liable for the damage of the vehicles? Like, how does it work over there?
They don't.
Like, is there insurance, or is it?
So it's gonna be under the business's either insurance, and if they don't have them, dude, Chevy Celtas are as much as it costs to fucking race. So if you think about it, if these guys,
oh, damn, okay,
yeah, they're $1,000 cars, $1,500 max.
Okay.
So let's just say, they have 12 races a season. and there's 17
Yeah.
fucking cars, bro. As long as the majority of the field doesn't come home totaled, like they're making bank, and they can easily just buy more. And like Danny described the car to you, dude, it's literally just the interior removed, a cage welded in, and that's it. Like we're not talking about Recaro
Gotcha.
seats. We're talking about
Yeah, there's
Ricardos.
nothing. Ricardo.
We're talking about Ricardos, bro. Like in a 4-point harness. Dude, watching that guy's video
Yeah.
with that wreck, like, you know, he didn't move at all. So that was very impressive, honestly. I was really impressed by the safety of the car, because I'm going to be honest
Yeah.
with you, those cars don't look very safe at all. Fuck no.
No, they look like tin cans.
Exactly. All right, Danny, keep going.
Yeah, man. So just going back to the crash, I passed by. I seen one car in pieces. Then I seen a few other ones that were pretty banged up. And then in my mind, I'm just like, man, I hope they're okay. You know, just somebody's gonna get airlifted for sure.
Yeah, you
But
said that. Danny legit said that.
yeah, man, like I was just in shock, dude. And I was just like, fuck. Well, like one thing in my mind told me like, nah, dude, you're done. Like, get the fuck off. But I was just like. I really thought that the race wasn't even going to continue, to be honest. Like, I was just like, but nah, dude. They took us in. They kept us on the hot pits for like, I don't know, like 20 minutes while they cleaned it up. And then next thing you know, I was like, all right, we're on in 5 minutes. I was like, oh shit. Just like that. We're back on.
And if you guys have
But, like,
seen my
nothing happened,
video,
you know?
they were realigning cars in the fucking hot pit that had been involved in that accident to get them back out on track. Like, they were determined to get these fucking cars racing, to get these guys happy. And, you know, it was body parts missing, body parts dangling, body parts mangled and wrecked, and still sending these guys out on track as long as the alignment was straight.
Car body parts, all right? Just
Yeah,
to reiterate.
yes. Danny, how did that fuck with your mental though? Seeing that.
Ah, dude, it messed with me a lot, dude. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like I was just like very hesitant after I saw that. When I went back out, I was just extra. If I wasn't already careful enough, you know, because obviously it was my first time out there, it just threw my hesitation level like that much higher. Like, I was just to make passes or anything like that, man. I was just like, I was giving away positions, dude. Like, I was just like, nah, just passing. Nah, you can have it. I was literally like, almost like pointing people by, like, dude, go ahead. Like, I don't know, man. I just didn't want any part of it with what I saw, you know? But, yeah, dude, it was just like, fuck it, dude. There's 24 minutes of racing. I'm just going to hang in there. The goal was, before I went out there, Gabe told me that you don't want me to finish last or any worse than last.
Not worse than last, but any position worse than where you started. So just had to finish 10th or better.
Yeah, so I finished, second to last that day. So I don't know if there was 11 or 12 positions, but I finished 10th again.
Yeah,
so,
there was 12 guys left. You finished 10th place.
Still pretty bad, but yeah, dude, that's kind of just how it went down, and I was just...
The thing was, your times weren't, realistically, they weren't competitive enough to be in, you know, the top 5 or even top 10 with a full pack. So, you know, as long as you didn't finish last, I honestly would take that as a moral victory. Like, your first time out here, first time driving Interlagos, first time driving a front-engine car, front-wheel drive car. You know, all these things, all these factors, you know, you having the lack of sleep, being jet-lagged, these late nights that we were having because the track days were going so long, like, all these different factors obviously played a big role into how you drove, and to not finish last against guys who do this regularly, it's got to be a mental dub. It's got to be a moral victory for sure.
Yeah, I mean, as I was driving out there, like, I saw I had a better line than, like, quite a few of the drivers that were out there. So I was like, dude, I know I can outdrive these people.
Yeah. But
it was just when it came down to the passing part, like, I was just getting blocked left and right, and I was just hesitant to make that pass. because I just didn't want to be involved into anything like what I had just saw,
Yeah, of
just a
course.
few laps before. But yeah, man, like towards the end is when I started having some little fun battles with the people at the end of the pack, and I was just like, okay. I started getting my rhythm and the hang of it, and yeah, man, I'm just glad I came out in one piece, and I'm looking forward to going back out there and doing it again.
Hell yeah. And to be fair, you were very fucking close to ninth place. Like, we're talking like a foot. You lost ninth place by a foot, bro.
I know, man. That guy, you're battling in and out for like fucking 3 laps.
Yeah.
But yeah, he got me at the end.
That was nerve-wracking to
all good.
watch. That was like, I was like, oh my God, he better fucking win. He better fucking win. So Danny finished his race, 10th place, of course. I don't really want to talk about too much of my race just because I have a vlog on it and you guys can watch that. And this podcast isn't about me. It's more about Danny's experience. So next day, Danny obviously came to support me in my race. And then for lunch, we had boteco, and you had another traditional Brazilian dish, which I don't know if you remember, but feijoada.
Feijoada. What was that again?
It is the rice with black beans and pork and beef. It's like a stew.
Oh, that was at that buffet place we went to, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that was. Oh yeah, feijoada. That was beans, pretty much. Beans.
Yeah, beans, beef,
right?
pork.
No.
Yeah.
Oh,
Feijão
yeah, man.
is
oh yeah, feijão. Yeah, I love feijão.
Feijoada is the.
But yeah, man, the food was really good. It started getting better. Obviously, there wasn't so much time to go try out all these food spots because, I mean, the whole weekend revolved around the racetrack and the next day as well. So, I mean, it was just a short amount of time there. So much to do and so much to see. So, maybe next time.
Sunday, we got to go watch Stock Car. Pretty eventful race. There was a few wrecks in front of us. Car caught on fire, all right in front of us. Like we had a good spot to watch every bit of the action that was going on. We ended up leaving there and going to a brunch lunch spot where a lot of people go to get drinks and eat appetizers. And what'd you think about that?
I'm trying to remember what spot it was.
Before the rooftop party.
Oh, yes, that spot. It was like El Tuele or something like that. That spot was really good. Yes, sir.
We.
The vibe was really good. The food was amazing. It was like a lot of it was like next level bar food. So it was really good, man.
And now you started to see Brazilian women. Right?
Oh man, that's just part of the scenery of Brazil. We didn't even talk about that, but just the scenery, the women, the food was just 100%.
And so we're eating, and we keep seeing these baddies walk by, and we're like, "Where the fuck are they headed? Like, where are these women going, dude? Like, what is going on?"
Right.
Here? And
and the ratio was really good, right? Like it was just like 5 women and like 1 dude, and we're like, what the hell?
Yeah, it was a lot. So we ended up leaving there because I told Ale, hey, let's go see where these people are going. Like, let's go there. There's a lot of people going there. And it's, what would you call that? A luxury high-rise building suite, whatever the fuck. And
luxury high-rise penthouse type thing.
Exactly. You can hear music coming from the roof, and we're like, what the fuck? Okay, we got to go over there. So we're about to enter, and the doorman stop us, or the desk concierge stop us and was like, where are you guys headed? Oh, we're going up to the rooftop party. Oh, okay. Are you on the guest list? And we're like, oh, fuck, guest list. And we're like, yeah, we should be. Alice throwing out her name. Okay, cool. Let me check. Oh, you're not on the guest list. Who do you know here? And then Ali throws out some random fucking name, bro. Random name. And they call. The lady's calling. Alessandra está aquí para Marcia. Okay, tudo bem. Okay, vamos. And they let us in, bro. They fucking let us in. And
That's crazy. What the hell?
yeah, we go up to this rooftop, and it was a vibe, dude. They had a fucking DJ playing like house music. The bar
Hell yeah.
situation. I don't know about you, Danny. I didn't really enjoy that, having to pay somewhere else and then like walk to get my drinks. That kind of just seemed a little ridiculous to me.
Yeah, I was having a good ass time. Just the fact that Ale finessed our ways in there, and we got in there. I was just like, hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
So, what do you think about the rooftop vibe? Give me the whole breakdown. Give us a description of how it looked, how it went down. Was it a good time?
Oh, dude, it was a great time, man. I mean, the weather. If you guys don't know, in December, it's obviously December, and it's summertime out there, you know. So it's just like a nice, hot 78 tropical weather.
It's like San Diego weather.
We're on the top. Nah, it was better than San Diego weather. Just
Oh shit.
like it was. I don't know, just that vibe, you know. It was just like tropical island weather. Like we're on the top of this rooftop. There's like this banging DJ, and dude, it's just women dancing everywhere. And I guess it was just all like house music, right? So it felt kind of like a little like rave type of vibe, you know. It was just like
Yeah.
head bumping, this
Yeah.
type of thing, you know. But
It
was
wasn't
super
like
cool,
too
man. We
heavy
were all
EDM because I don't like that type of shit. But it was like, okay, we could dance to this. There's a good beat. We could dance to it. Nobody's screaming. Robots aren't fucking talking and shit. Like we're out here just chilling. Yeah.
yeah, man, it was chill, dude, and there wasn't too many people that were like white girl wasted, so that was good. You know, everybody
I feel
kind
like
of knew their.
we were white girl wasted, bro. Dude,
Yeah, dude. I mean,
the drinks they were
never
pouring
felt.
up were fat ass shots of vodka. Like half the fucking cup they gave us was vodka, and then the next quarter of it was melted ice, and after that was like a little bit of Red Bull.
Yeah, that was wild, man. And we were just sipping those things like it's ice water.
Yeah, I think
And
we knocked down about 3 or 4 of those fucking things. And then Danny's card
yeah,
kept getting declined, and I just told him, "You ain't got it, bro. If you ain't got it, just tell me. I got
oh, that's
you."
yeah,
So
right.
they use a lot of the ATM machines here are like the card machines here. They run off of Wi-Fi, so if it doesn't have a good signal, your card's gonna get declined because it just can't process it. And so my card got declined like twice, and then Danny started talking shit. If you ain't got it, G, I got you. Just tell me, you know. And then fucking pulls out his card, and this motherfucker tries to pay, declined, fucking declined, like fuck off, dude. And then Ale has to fucking pay for our drinks, I think. But I mean, that only happened once. But it's a pretty common thing out here where you get declined just because it doesn't have good Wi-Fi signal. That's it. That's all it is. So we finished up there at the rooftop bar, pretty fucking hammered, and we went back to my place. We smoked some cigars. I was tired as hell. We had to wake up the next morning because we had a karting lesson that we had paid for, and the karting lesson is actually pretty pricey. It's about $85 for the hour. So I definitely didn't want us to end up not using that, and I ended up having to kick Danny out of my fucking house because he just would not leave. And he thought I was just being a dickhead to him. I wasn't being a dickhead to you, bro. I just knew that we needed to get the fuck up.
That's cat.
We had to be up at like 7:30 to go to Granja Viana, which if you guys haven't seen, shameless plug, I just uploaded my karting vlog, and this is that week, or sorry, that day. So yeah, give us the breakdown of from practice up until the race. Description of how the facility was, how the carts were, how Coach Christian was, all that shit.
Yeah, man. That morning, you know, it was a great day. We went to the practice. It was clear skies. It was really nice. I met Coach Christian. We pretty much had the track to ourselves. There was just pretty much me, Gabe, and then there was like this other kid that was turning down laps. And yeah, man, the coach was really friendly. He actually knew English, so I don't know too much Portuguese. I kind of understood some of it, but I was able to communicate with him really well, so that was a plus. Uh, that karting facility in itself, man. What was it Granja Viana?
Granja Viana.
Granja Viana. It was amazing, dude. I've never been to a place like that, and just having a karting place that has like elevation changes and like some camber turns, it was actually pretty cool, man. Just driving those carts around and just learning more about. I don't know too much about karting because I mean I haven't really done it. We've done like K1 and Go Kart World, but that doesn't compare to actual like karting. But yeah, man, that track was really really cool, man. It pretty much compares to like Interlagos. So that would be like the Interlagos of karting,
Yeah, I mean, it really is.
Well.
A lot of Brazilian drivers actually start their careers here in Sao Paulo, and Granja Viana hosts the Sao Paulo Cup, which is like the big championship here. So, yeah, Granja Viana is like an international karting facility. We know people back in the States who have been there that started their careers. My buddy that works at Porsche Experience Center LA, PEC LA, he was a heavy karter as a kid before he became a pro driver, and he hit me up and was like, "Holy shit, man, you're at where I started," all this stuff. So, yeah, if you're a racer from Brazil, you definitely know about Granja Viana.
Yeah, man, definitely recommend anybody that makes it out there. You gotta hit Gran Triviana. And then just back to it, man. That day, the practice was cool. I was just like, all right, cool. I got this.
What was the weather like?
And then, oh man. So that morning, like I said, it was sunny, clear skies. It was nice. And then fast forward to a few hours later, it's dusk. We arrive, and literally a fucking monsoon just comes, man. And then they're just like, yeah, man, the race is going to go down rain or shine. And I was just like, oh my God. It was just like sketchy part too, Like after, I was already a little skeptical as it was after what I went into that wreck at Interlagos. So once we got to the karting thing, I was just like, hey, shit ain't going to be good, Like everything that I learned that morning with the coach, it kind of just not went out the window completely, but it was just like, fuck. And now I got to adapt to driving a cart in the rain, which I have never fucking done, So.
And they don't put fucking rain tires on. We were running slicks, bro.
No, that's why. Yeah, so I was gonna get to that. Yeah, like slicks in the rain. It was just like, man, I was just not having it, dude. And yeah, we went out there. I think we did like a 5-minute qualifying session or something like that, right?
Yeah, 5-minute qualifying session and then a 25-minute race.
Yeah, so I wasn't all the way in the end of the pack. I was probably like, I don't know, like 18th, 19th or something like that. And then, yeah, but I seen some of the driving styles of some of the people, so I was like, all right, cool. I kind of have a fighting chance. But once it started, it was just like, fuck. Just turn one, it's like the straightaway, and then it's like a downhill. So you got to do like a heavy braking, and then you kind of got to balance the car to make this turn into this downhill slope that it's going, a slippery slope.
Literally.
You know what I'm saying? And then, yeah, man, I pretty much spun out. Not even on the first, it was like the second lap, but the car just started spinning out left and right, and it was chaos,
carnage.
Man.
Fucking carnage. Danny, how many times you spin out that night?
I believe like 5 or 6 times I spun out for sure.
Yeah,
man. Once you lock up the brakes on that car, it's like
game over.
I don't know, man. It's pretty much game over. The car starts to slide, and then you kind of have to get back on the throttle for it to like grip up again. But at the same time, the car's sliding, so it's just like this harmonious balance that you have to keep with the car when it's under rainy conditions, and it's really tough, especially if it's like your first time doing it. So yeah, man, it was pretty wild for sure, man. I think Gabe's been out a few times as well, and
it was just like,
dude, yeah, it was chaos out there for sure.
Yeah, it was frustrating for sure to spin out that many times, just because like you have a good pace, a pace to win the race, and then you just spin out over and over again, just making stupid mistakes, getting too comfortable, not paying enough attention to what you're doing, and This shit'll bite you in the ass, especially in karting. Once you spin out in karting, that's pretty much it. You're pretty much doomed to further back in the pack. So, but
Yeah, it's pretty hard to make up positions, right? Once you spin out, like you said, like to get back onto the track and get back onto the pace, it was really hard.
yeah. I mean, if you're running seconds faster than guys in front of you, then it's easier, which I was, but spinning out 3 times, that does not help out at all. That leaves you with no shot, pretty much. So, what do you think though about the whole experience? With the whole way it's set up, it's organized, the carts themselves, the people we raced with. What do you think?
Everybody was really friendly for the most part. I mean, you could tell we were like the outliers because like, oh fuck, the Americans are here, you know. And but yeah, I didn't know that it was the fucking final race of like the karting season.
Yeah.
So it's like we literally just came in and invaded their final race, and I was just like, shit, dude, this is wild too, you know.
Yeah, the cool thing is, I mean, it's same with the racing at Interlagos. That was their last race of the season too. But the cool thing is, like, they don't really care, you know. We're not really interfering with their championship.
No, we're not. I mean, they've been doing it for a while too, so you know. Obviously, once they probably start seeing us spin out, they're like, they just keep doing their thing, you know. But yeah, pretty much. I mean, yeah, the facility was run really well. They had their flag workers were on point. As soon as somebody spun out, you know, yellow flag was up, and they were on point, like most of the time, you know. Another thing is when you spin out and then you see a car and you're about to hit them, and then somebody else spins out trying to avoid you. It just becomes pretty gnarly, man. Like, fuck, I'm about to lose a rib, you know?
Fucking pile up. Yeah, that's a risk for sure, is driving in the rain and karting. See so many videos of people getting fucked up. Especially at Gran Giviana, too. I've seen multiple videos of people getting fucked up there.
I'm surprised I didn't fly off the cart, dude. But, yeah, man.
Danny asked why they don't have seatbelts in those carts. And I try to explain to him, like, bro, this is, like, as legit as it gets. The next level up is a legit fucking 4-stroke cart. Like, this is it. This isn't K1 where you have the seatbelt or nothing like that, guys. It's legit fucking karting. So, yeah. Fast forwarding to the next day, which was your final day with us, we went to the best churrascaria in Sao Paulo. If you guys don't know what a churrascaria is, it is a Brazilian steakhouse. If you guys have heard of Fogo de Chão, pronounced Fogo de Chão, or Texas de Brazil in the States, you'll know what a churrascaria is. We went to Barbacoa. What do you think about that one?
Dude, I thought Fogo was, you know, good. But once you go to Barbacoa, it's like, there's no going back, dude.
Fire.
The way it is. It was
favorite
so good, man. Definitely the picanha. Picanha was obviously the best cut. I mean, even though they came around with filet and some other cuts. And, I mean, filet is already dry as it is, but picanha was where it's at. That's the staple cut in Brazil. So, if you go out there, picanha is where it's at.
For sure. It really is. Picanha is one of the most expensive cuts of meat that you can get at the grocery store here and definitely at a restaurant. And it's worth it. It's so fucking good. So tender, so juicy. Oh, man, I'm getting water in your mouth just thinking about this shit. So we've been talking for an hour and 20 minutes, so I'm thinking we'll just end it here, because unless you got anything else to add.
Not much, man, other than, yeah, man, I miss Brazil.
Miss Brazil. You're always welcome back whenever you want. Okay.
Yeah, right.
Okay. No, next time we do next time I get the news for Interlagos, you already know. I need a co-driver.
Yeah, man. Let's do it. Hopefully we get some of the boys out here, too.
For sure, yeah. Austin has been talking about coming out here, too. We'll see if he can make it out. I know Augie and then Lucas later on in the year want to come out. So I don't think it'll be an issue getting these guys out here. I just think it'll be an issue of getting enough cars. Karting, Oh man, karting's gonna be fucking insane with those guys. That'd be so much fun.
Yeah,
But
that'll be super fun for sure,
yeah,
man.
we'll see. We gotta plan it out. But on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your trip here in Brazil?
We did. That's like, is that even a question? Like, past the 10 for sure. Like, just from the moment that I landed there, it was just action packed. Like, there wasn't a dull minute or hour, you
That's
know?
good. I tried
That-
to make sure that I just didn't give you any dull moments as much as possible. I know the food sucked the first couple of days, but like we've talked about, like it's hard to fucking fit in, go into a restaurant when we're at the track 90% of the day, you know?
Nah, dude, it was a good experience. It was fun. I mean, on top of that, we didn't even mention at the track we had a trackside churrascaria, so that
True.
was actually really good as well.
Yeah, you got to try.
And
Was that your first time trying chicken hearts?
I wasn't really a fan of the chicken hearts, honestly, but
I'm not either.
everything else was super good, man.
Yeah,
And
it's a good time.
yeah, man, I felt like I was just like a fucking pig that was getting fattened up to get slaughtered because I was just eating and eating and eating because I wanted to try everything, man. There it is.
That's what you go on vacation for, right? Just to enjoy yourself, eat good food, enjoy yourself, have a good time. Fuck it. That's what you did. All right, well,
Yes,
that'll be
sir.
it for this video. Yeah, guys, if you are new to my channel, please like, subscribe, comment if you have any questions down below, and I'll get back to them as soon as possible. But Danny, thank you for joining me, bro. Thank you for telling us your story about Brazil and your trip. And I really do hope to see you back here soon and racing with me again because, dude, I'm excited. I'm excited
Yes,
for the next time.
sir. I'm excited too, dude. I probably won't be able to sleep tonight, but yeah, man. We'll talk soon, and everyone out there, shout out to Blues M3 for having me out there, and yeah, man. Signing off.
All right.
Daniel, StockX Garage.
StockX
Peace.
Garage on Instagram, StockX Garage on fucking YouTube too. Are you still making videos on YouTube?
I mean, I don't have a car, dude.
Fuck.
But
Do you want to tell them?
that's something for another channel, man.
Okay,
But
okay.
yeah,
You know,
man.
I watched your videos just real quick. I watched your videos that you posted like last year, and I actually thought it was pretty funny. I liked it. I liked your how you had it going. So I wouldn't mind seeing some more StockX Garage videos in the future, bro. Just saying.
Yeah, for sure, man. I want to get back into it again, and then get some cool cameras, and I'll get back into it.
Hell yeah.
It was something that I was just not 100%. Obviously, like you started off too. You're not an editor or nothing like that, and
Yeah.
I see you progressing with that, and you're getting better at it. So I'm sure,
Thank you, sir.
little by little, and with more practice, you can make some cool videos. Everyone has their own little style, so I think that's what makes it unique for sure.
Yeah, for sure, dude. All right, well, that is it. Good night. Take it easy.
Boa noite.
Boa noite.